Hello there everyone, Shibby here. Hope everyone out there is doing well and seeing back once again with some more Pokemon trading card game Pocket ranked matches. In today's video, I feel like trying out this Blastoise EX deck that I've put together, see if I can manage to win a game or two online with it. Now for this deck, I've decided to pair Blastoise alongside Suicune and Mantyke. Just see if Suicune's ability to have us draw cards when it's in the active spot and Mantyke's energy acceleration can make Blastoise a little bit easier to get into and attack more quickly. Now, of course, this deck is fully dependent on being able to draw into a stage 2 Pokemon, so hopefully we can do that and get Blastoise up and running in a sufficient time frame, especially if we're going to be running up against things like Giratina, Darkrai, and Suicune, Giratina, and Greninja out there. So hopefully this deck can compete and at least make the matches respectable, we'll say, against those type of decks. But yeah, I'll have the entire deck list in the description of the video below so you want to try this deck out for yourself or simply improve upon it. But yeah, that's not me rambling here. Let's see if we can take this Blastoise deck into rank and win some games. I'll be back when I find my first match. Alrighty, looks like I found my first opponent here, and we are going first, which is not terrible if we start with Mantyke. And we do start with both Mantyke and Suicune, so we'll just start with this little lad up front. Get Suicune on our bench, and we'll play this Mantyke really just because when Suicune attacks, the more Pokemon we have on the bench, the better. And they're also running Suicune. And what did I say when I during my ramble in the openings part of this? Let's see how this deck compares against Suicune Giratina. Probably not well, but we're gonna try. My God, am I gonna try? All right. Well, let's go ahead and get our energy into Suicune, who we're going to be needing next turn. Alright, is this the run-of-the-mill typical Darkrai? Not Darkrai, Giratina, Greninja. Alright, they've got two Pokeballs, so... Do they... Oh, they're going to opt to actually build their bench up here. Please get a Tails on this. They did not. Alright, so we're not really going to have the advantage here. We're already going to lose Mantyke. Alright, well them hitting on the Misty immediately does unfortunately complicate things. This is probably already going to be a very difficult one to overcome. Well, we got two Blastoise, but no Squirtle, so unfortunately not looking too good on the start of this one. Alright, but I know how much damage they can do. We're going to be popping each other for 40 unless they fill out their bench a little bit more here. Alright, let's see if we can get lucky and survive out here until we can get Blastoise built up. But unfortunately, I'm not really liking the odds so far. And they got Articuno back there. And they're opt to build up Suicune and heal with Irdra. Irdra, I'm probably saying that wrong in 100 different ways. Alright, well we get popped for 60 and they've completely healed their Suicune. I'm getting every other card for Blastoise than the ones I actually need. Alright, well, this is not a hot start. And if they play another card on their bench, unfortunately, that's going to be all that she wrote for this duel. And they do. It's Articuno and Greninja, it appeared. And there goes our Suicune and the duel right along with it. Them hitting on that Misty, unfortunately, cost us everything, and just the sheer ability to not draw into a Squirtle and draw every other card around the evolutionary line. Alright, well, unfortunately, we're going to drop our first game with Suicune and Blastoise, but hopefully we can get some good luck here in the next matches to come. But good game to that opponent. I'll be back when I find my next game. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here, and we do get the good fortune of going second, so now this wouldn't be a bad scenario to have Suicune. Alright. See lightning energy back there, so what could we be going up against? Features Zamzora. They're going to have both of those loaded down off this first turn. And they can just swap out for free and start doing damage to Suicune. So once again, we're not in an ideal scenario here. It is going to take us an additional turn to get this Suicune built up unless I draw into Squirtle fast. Or hit on this Misty and draw into Squirtle. This is kind of the two things we're playing with here. And both those Amzoras are ready. We have the type disadvantage. This one's already not looking good. Alright, let's play our Pokeball. And we do get a Squirtle out of this, so not all is bad, but we don't have a Blastoise. So, we have two options here. Either I build Suicune up, or I try to risk it on Squirtle. I think what I'm going to do is put an energy in Suicune here. And I'm not going to play the Misty, actually, because I can't guarantee I'm going to have Blastoise here. Alright, but now I do. So, next turn, we're going to try to build up our Squirtle. If I get a rare candy, that would make things significantly better as well. Let's see what I can get lucky enough to get into. Alright, again, they're just going to opt to build up Arceus, which makes sense. Alright, we get another Suicune. Let's go ahead and play that on the bench. I'll put Mantyke out here as well, just so we can build up everything. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a rare candy, so we're just going to go ahead and have to play Wartortle here, and hopefully get some good luck on this Misty. Please? No. Okay. Now that further complicates things, unfortunately. Alright, we do one-shot the Zamzoras, but they're going to opt to bring in Arceus, which is okay by me. There's 20 more for each of their bench Pokemon. So 90, 110, 130. Red's going to ensure that we lose Suicune here. Alright, so I need to draw my other Misty. And then get several heads on it to have any sort of chance of winning here. And we didn't get it. So this is probably just a wash, unfortunately. Alright, well, Big Blastoise is up front. And I have no hope here. I probably should have held on that Mantyke. So here's what I'm going to have to do. I have to play Ino. Hope to God Misty shows up in the hand here. He didn't, so we are in a bad way. Very, very bad. And that makes it worse. I mean, we do survive a turn, but Silver makes me discard the Lily. Alright, this card's gotta be Misty. It's not. It's not, and it never will be. Alright. Well, we can only hit for 40. And unfortunately, we're just gonna have to just eat the damage here that comes to me. And drop another duel for Blastoise, unfortunately. Alrighty, well, this experiment is not going very well at all because I cannot get Blastoise out in a timely fashion or have any sort of thing that you would call good luck. But alright, well, good game to that opponent. Hopefully we can get things straightened out here in the next match. I'll be back when I find my next opponent. Alrighty, look, I found my next opponent here. And we are going first, so hopefully we get some sort of combination of Mantyke and Suicune or something, but nope. Well, and then, yeah, we're going to probably go up against Suicune and Giratina, so their luck is looking good. My luck is looking bad already, so we're in a really bad position. All right, well, we do have Rare Candy to get into Blastoise already. Unfortunately, this is the wrong order of operations. So, okay, hopefully this nets me a Misting. It does. So we really, I mean, we pretty much have to hit on Misty next turn. There's not really any other way around it. The Suicune's going to blow through everything. If I don't, because we're not going to have much time to build. Especially if this is Giratina, Greninja. Alright, they're going to put the Poison Barb into Suicune. Of course. Well, thankfully it only did 40, but I can't get any good luck. Alright, let's put a Water Energy into Squirtle. Play our Rare Candy to ensure survival here. Get in our Purple Blastoise. And I mean, I'm not going to get 5 heads on this, but we have to get something going. Nope, I'm going to have bad luck. They're going to have good luck, and that's just going to be how it is. Oh, good God. Don't tell me they're running the exact same thing just to insult me further. You can't make this shit up. Oh my God. Like, how can my luck be this bad? Oh my dear Lord. Like, you've got to be kidding me at this point. Like, it's just predetermined that I lose. Oh, good God. Well, we're gonna lose Blastoise here. Oh, you have got to be absolutely kidding me. They're running a very similar deck, and then they're getting all the luck, and I'm getting none of it. They've hit on 2 Misties. It just doesn't happen. Oh, my brother in Christ! I'm just not gonna have any sort of good luck today, am I? Well, there's Wartortle, but it's not really gonna help me much here. I unfortunately believe this is a wash. Well, what they're doing is how this deck should ideally run, so at least you get to see how it should potentially work. I haven't seen Hydra one time, I don't think. On my end, I should say. Now, I can retreat, but we're retreating into Mantyke, so it's like, what's the point? And again, I can retreat into Suicune as well, but what's the point? Because Blastoise is just going to come in and one-shot for 160, so it really doesn't matter. Well, I get 2 points, so I can imagine that I did something here. And they're going to bring out the Mad Lad. And unfortunately, we're going to drop yet another game. And then against the same deck that I'm trying to run. All right, well, that's 3 so far. All right, well, we're in quite a hole. I don't think I'm gonna get any wins with Suicune and Blastoise. But we're going to try it one more time just to see if I can get something going here. But good game to that opponent. No, back on at 5. One more match. Alrighty, looks like I found my final opponent here. And we're going first yet again. If I don't get Mantyke or something, then yep, okay. My luck has just been predetermined on this day to be bad. But let's see if we can overcome that here. We got 2 Misties, a Rare Candy, and a Pokeball in my hand, so I don't know if I like the odds of that. Well, let's see what we can do. Alright, what are we going up against? Do I see Psychic Energy back there? They're taking a long time to decide what's going to happen here. Alright, what are we going up against? Either Espeon or Sylveon or both. Alright. Well, let's play Pokeball to mill out the deck. Alright, we get another Squirtle. Not the worst thing in the world. Alright, we get a Wartortle as well. So I'm going to hang on to this just in case next turn I get a Pokemon communication and can swap one of these bad boys for Blastoise. But knowing my luck, it will be Suicune. Alright, let's see what we get into here. I just can't draw. I just can't get the cards in the right order. It's just been one of those days. If they get their second Eevee. And they're going to mill the deck out further. We get Mantyke, which doesn't really help a whole lot. I'm going to have to play Ino here. I'm getting nothing. I gotta make something happen somehow. If there's Blastoise, but I'm going to bet money I don't get my rare candy back. Alright, let's put a Water Energy into Squirtle. Evolve it into Wartortle. Get another Mantyke. We'll play Pokemon Communication just to see. I mean, honestly, just for Suicune to try to make things a little better here. Right, we get another Squirtle. And we're going to end our turn because I can do nothing else. Alright, so basically what really needs to happen here is them not evolve into Espeon. Alright, we will survive a turn. Thankfully. But I've pretty much, I've got to hit with Misty. If I don't, this is probably going to be already over. But they actually opted to not put an energy into Sylveon, which I would not have banked on. This does give me more time. And time is what we need. Alright, let's get energy into Wartortle. Bring Blastoise out. And just hope and pray I get something going with Misty. I'll take one. It's been giving me nothing, so let's just take that. Our Blastoise is going to live, and it actually gets to attack for a change. But will they opt to get Sylveon out is the next question. Alright, they're willing to leave Sylveon here out as a shield. They gotta attack twice for Togekiss to do its thing. And I haven't drawn into any of my healing items. Alright, they got their basics out. They are gonna swap. Alright, next turn they do 120. Oh boy, I'm just not getting nothing. Alright, there's Suicune. I mean, is it worth it to get Blastoise out? I will concede Blastoise, I guess, to do damage to the Togekiss. we'll have to let Suicune carry this. And thankfully we both have full benches, so we can kind of schmoove here, and they have their other one. Now, they go for the confirmed KO on Blastoise or not? They do, okay. Alright, I think we can still pull this out. It's just going to take some doing. Alright, we get Suicune out here. We draw another rare candy, but no Blastoise to make use of it. Alright, let's get an energy into this Suicune. We'll do 120. And take that bad boy out. Now we can't one-shot the Togekiss because, well, they don't have enough Pokemon on their bench. Now I need a Lilia. I got Misty. Okay, this is going to be a problem. I think I can maybe worm something out here. I mean, I don't survive, so I have to swap here. Alright, luck's gonna have to go a long way here. I have to play Misty into this Blastoise. I'm going to have one hell of a coin toss. I'm not going to get it. Alright, I didn't think so, but had to try it anyway. Hey, there's Lily. But a few turns too late for that. And we're dead. Alright, well, Cynthia kind of assured that. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get any wins at all with Blastoise. What a day of horrendous luck and just probably misplays and stuff in there as well. My God, just couldn't get nothing going at any point in time. Just one of those days for Pokemon, I suppose. But oh well, that's what I get for trying Suicune and Blastoise. I'm sure there's a better way to run it and optimize it. Like the person I played before was probably doing it way better than when I am. But, oh well. You win some, you lose some. It's the fun of experimenting to see what works and what doesn't. But as always, feel free to leave me notes on how I can improve this deck if there's a way to do so, which I'm sure there probably is. And good game to the opponent if I didn't say that already. But yeah, I do believe I'm going to end the video here. If you made it this far, do thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you do feel like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.